What is the title? The title is Measurement. 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 Do you know what it means? Do you know what measurement means? So we're going to find out as we're reading today. So what are some things that you see on the cover? It's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be a little bit hard, but let's see what we can say. This looks like a clock. This looks like a tape, right? You see a boy and a girl. This looks like a triangle, a thermometer, right? So let's go on and read more. How long is it? Use a ruler. So what does a ruler measure? A ruler tells us how long something is, how long or short something is. It measures length, right? There's all kinds. What kind of tools do you see? I see a blue ruler. What do you see? Let's go to the next one. I can measure the length. Yes, the ruler. What do you see here? I see a book, scissors, pencil case, pen, paper, tape, eraser. How heavy is it? Use a scale. When we want to know how light or heavy something is, we use a scale. We use a scale. Where do we use a scale? Where can you see scales? I can see certain type of scales in a science lab. I can see certain scales at the grocery store, at the grocery market. I see it at hospitals or sometimes in our bathroom or in our house, right? And what does it measure? I can measure the weight. Can measure the weight. We can measure the weight of these foods. We can tell which is the heaviest food. Which food is so heavy that we can't hold it? Well, we can hold all these things, but which one's way more? I think this one, this cabbage or onion, maybe? Oh, no, I think it's a cabbage. And I think the lightest one here is going to be the sausage, the one that weighs less. How hot is it? Use a thermometer. A thermometer tells us, what does it tell us? It tells us the temperature, the temp, right? Summer, winter, I can measure the temperature. It tells us how cold or hot something is. How's the temperature in the summer? How is the temperature in the winter? Let's check out the units. So for length, we're going to use centimeters, inches, feet, meters, on and on. For temperature, we use degree. For weight, for weight, we use pound and kilograms. And for time, we use seconds and minutes. And here are the various amount of measurement tools. Let's go on to the workbook. All right, let's look at our measurement words. We're going to draw a line to match the words to the pictures. My voice cracked. So the first one we see here is going to be, this one measures weight. Do you remember what measures weight? How light or heavy something is. It's okay if you don't know. This is going to be the scale. Scale. So here is the scale. S-C-A-L-E, scale. The next one we have here is going to be a ruler. Do you remember what the ruler measures? The ruler measures length. Ruler. What does this look like? It looks like a clock or maybe a watch, right? This measures time. So this is going to be a stopwatch. The next one we have is This one's easy. What is this? A cup. So we're going to connect it to cup. It measures the amount of liquid. That's what the cup does. Measures the volume. I may be wrong about that. I'm not going to use fancy words, but we're going to say you would use a cup to measure how much liquid you need. The next one we have is goniometer. Can you say it? Goniometer. Goniometer. Goniometer is the tool that measures angles. Angles. And then finally, we have one that measures the temperature, how hot or something cold is. You would use this if you have a fever to check how high your fever is. This is going to be a thermometer. All right, let's spell them. First one we have is scale. Scale. S-C-A-L-E. Sorry, S-C-A-L-E. The next one we have is, very good, ruler. Ruler. Ruler, the letter R. The next one we have is stopwatch. One more time, stopwatch. Stopwatch. S-T-O-P-W-A-T-C-H, stopwatch. The next one we have is cup. Cup. Can you say cup? Cup. Starts with the letter C. Do you remember the tool that measures angles? This is going to be a goniometer. A goniometer. G-O-N-I-O-M-E-T-E-R. Finally, we have a thermometer. Thermometer. T-H-E-R-M-O-M-E-T-E-R. Very good. Let's go on to the next page. All right, let's look at the units of measurements. So you're going to you're going to cut these out, these units of measurements, and you're going to glue them on, and we're going to match them with the tools. So the first one we have is kilogram, grams, and pound, right? So kilograms, grams, and pound. This is going to go here. And do you know what measures kilogram, grams, and pounds? That means how heavy or how light something is. So it's measuring the weight. So we're going to add our scales here, our two scales into this one. The next one we have is 36 Celsius and 95 degrees. We're going to put this here. And that is the temperature, right? The degrees Celsius, degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to need a thermometer for this, so we're going to put them here. The next one we have is cups, liter, milliliters. Yes. So we're going to add that here, and we're going to need a beaker or a measuring cup. So we're going to put these here. The next one we have is 10 kilometers, centimeters, and meters. And for that, we're going to need a ruler or a measuring tape to measure the length. And finally, 1 hour, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. We're going to need a timer, a clock, and a stopwatch right here. So go ahead and glue this on and complete it. I'm going to erase this so you can see it better. Cut these out. We're going to use them later into the worksheet. So go ahead and cut these out. Let's go to the next page. Let's complete our picture puzzle. Go ahead and cut these out and glue them onto the frame. And we're going to spell and read the title together. The title is Measure My Height. M-E-A-S-U-R-E-M-Y. Measure my height. Height. How tall I am. H-E-I-G-H-T. Measure my height. Let's go on to the next page. So when you've cut these out, right? You cut these out. So you're going to Add them to this boxes of standard or non-standard. Some units of measurement are standard, such as measuring with a ruler or a scale. And some are non-standard, such as measuring with feet or paper clips or ropes or jelly beans, something like that. So real tools of measurements go to the standard box. And the one that we can use, like everyday items such as paper clips and everything like that, goes into non-standard. So go ahead and sort that out with your mom and or dad. Let's do the taller or shorter together. We're going to write A or B in the answer spaces. So let's look at the first, our two butterflies. Which one is taller? B is taller, right? So go ahead and write B. And which one is shorter? Looks like A, whoops, A is shorter. Let's look at the measuring cups and beakers. Which one is taller? It looks like A is taller and B is shorter. Let's look at the boys. Who is taller? A is taller and B is shorter. Let's look at the globe and the magnifying glass. Which one is taller? The globe is taller and the magnifying glass is shorter. What about here? We have a chair and a bookshelf. Oh, clearly the bookshelf is taller than the chair, so A is going to be shorter. Next one we have is a soccer ball, right? So soccer ball, B is taller than the apple, A. Great job. Let's go on to the next page. And here you're going to take an actual ruler, cut these out, and go ahead and measure all of these and write the measurement down here on the chart. If this is hard, be sure to ask help from your mom or dad. Same thing here, complete your scale. Complete your scale. You're going to cut these out and glue it together. And you're going to try to guess which one's heavier by cutting these out. 1 glasses over 2 erasers or 3 phones over 8 computers. You're going to see which one is heavier. So try that by yourself. So here, we're going to do the weight measurement worksheet. Here, we're going to circle the object that weighs more, that's heavier. So which one is heavier, the pumpkin or the potato? Clearly, we see the number here. The pumpkin is heavier than the potato. Apples and strawberries, which one is heavier? Even though we have 2 strawberries here, the 1 apple is heavier than the 2 strawberries. Once again, we have a big old globe and a soccer ball, and it looks like the globe is heavier than the soccer ball. Finally, we have a big sneakers and we have small sandals, and I think the big sneakers are heavier than the sandals. Hot or cold, you're gonna create your own thermometer here. So be sure to check the extra video to create this. You're gonna circle when to wear this, right? So here, let's circle this, do this one together. So if the weather is cold outside, so the lower temperature, we would wear a very warm hat, right? And if it's cold outside, we will wear mittens. But if the weather outside is super hot, we're going to wear flip-flops and shorts and a swimming suit, right? If it's only super hot. But if it's really, really cold, we're going to need a scarf. Go ahead and cut these out, and you're going to fill in the jugs and the cups or the mugs and show me which one is full, which one is half full, and which one is empty. And you're going to cut these out and you're going to put it into the big measuring glass right here. So let me get my line. This one's going to be full and this one's going to be half full. And this one goes here. All right, comparing capacity. Circle the things that contain more or that can hold more, right? The first one, it looks like the big green bowl can hold more than the small green cup. It looks like the big brown box can hold more than the pink small box. I think the big milk carton is going to hold more milk than the glass of milk. This is definitely easy. This one, the pot holds more than the spoon. The big mailbox holds more than the small mailbox. The bucket definitely holds more than the spray. A bathtub holds more water than a sink. Rather than measuring spoons, measuring cup is going to hold more things. Bus is going to carry more people than a small car, and the big bag is going to hold more than the small bag. Go ahead and cut these rulers out and decorate it to create your own ruler. You can use these rulers to measure these items as well. So go ahead and cut out your rulers, decorate them. You can make a girl ruler, a boy ruler that look like honeybees, a chicken ruler, and a bear ruler. And here you're going to fill out the chart. You're going to by asking your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, friend, cousin, anyone. You're going to ask for their name, their age, their weight, their height, and the date that you asked them. So go ahead and try this out and practice your sight word with your mom or dad. And that concludes the worksheet of measurements. Good job, everybody.